I miss the simplest of things, just like waking up in the morning and just looking over at your son, getting up, feeding him breakfast, just seeing him run about and play, their first words. It's just, I miss all of that, pretty much everything. I didn't realise how much I'd miss my son until I come to jail, and it does hurt.
My girlfriend was telling me, she just like sits up late and starts crying, gets out of bed, goes to get in your bed. She's wondering where you are. She keeps crying out, saying, "Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy?" Like, and it hurts.
I miss her. I miss her. Like, I'm meant to be there. I have responsibilities now that I didn't have before. And obviously it upsets me that I'm not there for my daughter, so sometimes it gets me really depressed.
It's just the best thing that could ever happen to someone, having a kid. Now you just look at them, makes you happy, you love spending time with them, they're basically your world.
When she comes and sees me, all she thinks is that I'm at work, so that's why I get everyone to tell her. No one's basically allowed to use that word prison or jail around her.
My daughter, my partners, my family. I've made my own family. So now when I get out, that's all I'm going to be concentrating on.
We've been running these workshops at Isis now for a few months, and this is the 4th workshop. It's really a short course, parenting course, that allows you to think about how you can be a good dad from prison, a better dad from prison, how you can keep contact with your children. It's really important to us that children stay connected with their families, because 40% of prisoners who are incarcerated lose contact with their family. On a normal domestic visit, prisoners are not allowed to get up from their chairs. So there's not a lot of flexibility. They don't feel that they can hug their children or kiss their children. So it's very rigid.
I can't really play with him. There's a play area, but the prisoners ain't really allowed to go in there. And I'm allowed to pick him up and like hold him and that, but that's about it really.
Time to Connect is different from other parenting courses because it's very play focused. The course has got a lot of practical activities in it rather than just somebody standing up in front of a classroom.
I just want to upgrade what I know about looking after children, so I have better skills and better knowledge of looking after a child once I'm out.
It could help me do more stuff to be a better dad, like, basically, and help you like bond more with your child.
I want to talk to people about how it could affect my child and what I could do better.
You've got a cardboard box in front of you, and what I would like you to do is I'd like you to make something out of that cardboard box. There's some cards here, there's glitter, there's paint, there are stickers, and you can make anything you want, and you will be giving this to your child.
Are you using it?
The purpose of the box activity is to get the men to realise that you don't need expensive toys to play with your children. And actually being creative and painting and decorating a box and making something out of it is actually quite fun and something very simple they can do with their children.
When they give us the box and that, I thought to myself, why am I doing this? But then after getting into it, it actually came into my head that it is a way to just get involved with the children. So it helps a lot.
When I'm playing with my child, I won't see it as just playing now, I'll see it as like, I'll see it a bit deeper than that.
It's quite emotional listening to some of the childhood memories that we hear. We'll hear stories of fathers not being present, of mothers who are drug abusers and alcoholics. And you begin to understand why they join gangs, because they need to belong to a family, they need to belong to something.
My own childhood, it wasn't great, not gonna lie. It wasn't the greatest. Most of it I was in foster care or children's homes.
I don't have contact with my dad, so I want to be a better father, because I know I haven't had a good father. Like, my father wasn't there for me.
50.
50?
No, I'll say about 30.
30? I mean,
50%.
50? Do you know it's 65% of young men, young boys going into prison have had a father in prison. The men were quite shocked when we asked them that statistic, but then when you ask them in the classroom how many of them have had a father in prison, on this course 50% put their hands up. Are any of you in this room, have you had a father in prison?
No, I don't think.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In my trial, they were looking at all my family's records, and my dad just come out of prison for violent offence as well, and he got 6 years. Last night I was excited that I woke up early this morning. For some reason I feel nervous.
I couldn't sleep last night and I couldn't wait to wake up this morning. So I was sort of ecstatic.
There's loads of different play things set up, and our children will come in, we're going to have the chance to play with them freely.
Children come rushing in the door and they jump into their dad's arms, and for 2 or 3 hours it's their quality time.
She was very excited. She's been non-stop talking about it since I told her. She was saying she couldn't wait to come see Sean for the day. They get to play with cars or anything that the child wants to play with, and they get to do it with their father, and I think that is quite important to keep the special bond between a father and child.
A normal visit, she just cries, she's not allowed to do nothing. But today it's been good because he can get up, he's been able to play with her, pick her up. This is the first visit she's had a smile on her face. She stood up for the first time with us both there, so it's been brilliant. He didn't realise how much it was going to hurt him until she was actually here, until he couldn't bond with her like how he wanted to. Take her and put her in the bath, or take her to the park, or feed her, just silly little things. He can't do that.
The whole day as a whole was brilliant, I would say. I would recommend the course to anyone else to do it as well.
Crime committed by people who have already served a prison sentence costs the public purse around £11 billion per annum. Many of the children of people in prison are much more likely to go on to commit crime. We need to find a way of breaking that cycle, not only to save the public purse, but to give these children and young people a better future.
My daughter arrived, and then we was painting for a little while. Then we were just running around throwing the big shapes at each other.
The positive impact on the families and those around the guys who are their stabilising influence is massive. So I would certainly recommend the course to other establishments considering it.
Seeing them two together, it's been brilliant. I'm going to cry.
She actually called to me, and like just little things, they all add up to one big thing, and it's just made me feel, really good about myself. Just the fact that I've even spent time with them.